That's some outfit you got on there.
You're looking mighty sporty yourself there, Jack.
You know how to dress up for 1:30 in the morning, miss.
You know.
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
It's great to have you on. We've never actually met. I've seen you on a lot of different things, and now here we are finally talking, alas, right?
I love your show. You're doing a great job.
Oh, you just stop
no,
that.
No, it's really funny. I love the little bits you've been doing. It's great.
The little what?
You know, like your comedy bits you do, the pre-tape.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I thought you said, I love the little bits you've been doing. And I was thinking,
What a way to get the ball rolling.
How would you know a thing about that?
I'll tear our eyes out.
You know, they told me this is bizarre, because I'm thinking, here she is, the girl that I've seen on MTV, I've seen you in films, and then they say, hey, there's another side to her, Greg, that you may not know anything about. She's a little inventor.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, I brought you something as well.
Really? You've actually, now what are some, before you do that, what are some of the things that you've actually invented through the years, if you will?
Well, I started out like with dust mop shoes. I put some dust mops on my slippers at home. And then I would just spray them up with a little lemon pledge house, and then it would clean the house while I was walking around.
That could be the stupidest idea I've ever heard. No, I'm kidding.
Getting better. I made a corn dog necklace for Pavarotti.
Oh, yes!
I was going to meet Luciano Pavarotti, and so what I did was I took corn dogs, you know, like the hot dog on the stick.
Of course.
And,
eat them every day.
So my friends Sydney and Billy Bob helped me make a corn dog necklace. And so...
I'm sorry, that's Sydney and Billy Bob?
Sydney and Billy Bob. They're like, they helped me on a lot of my inventions.
Whatever you're doing working with corn dogs, ask Billy Bob, huh?
I do. It's funny. So Billy Bob says, Duffy, what you doing? And I said, what does it look like I'm doing? I'm making a corn dog necklace for Luciano Pavarotti. And he goes, Luciano Pavarotti thinks he's hailed because he can sing like Jim Neighbors. So we made you...
The ultimate compliment, right?
We made you a present.
Did you
yes,
really?
And I can demonstrate it because I'm so proud of you, man. Look it. You got the great show.
Oh,
you're doing the commercials.
Right.
You're doing movies.
Okay.
You know what? And I figured this was a time for me to demonstrate the depths of my humanity.
Wow.
And just really show how much I appreciate what you're doing on the show. And sometimes you probably get a stinker of a guest who's just long-winded. So I invented... We made
By the way,
you.
let me just say, can you feel the love tonight? I think we already covered that. What do you got over here?
We got you.
Oh, this is... now, did Billy Bob have anything to do with this?
Yes, he did. Billy Bob and Sydney. This is a studio hot seat home electrocution kit. And what you can do, there you've got this here, you got the switch. Now you hide that.
Okay, right. This stays over here, the low and high
just pretend I'm one of those guests, that I'm not. But say I'm
right.
So I'm really into bass fishing.
Yeah.
And I really like, like the fly thing, and I love that bass fishing.
Oh, there it is.
The high voltage.
You know, nothing will help a bad interview like the smell of charred flesh.
Well, now I have another one. Where's my,
oh, we're not done. Now, wait a second. Does this actually work, by the way?
Yes, it does. It's not plugged in. They wouldn't let me plug it in. Oh. But say if you get a really good guest. Yeah. Okay, close your eyes for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you get a really good guest, and it's someone... and it's someone who's a little bit entertaining...
Can I open them now? I'm really freaking out. Okay.
You have a hot dog cooker. Look right here.
Oh.
You can barbecue.
Well, that's nice, too.
You can electrocute the dog. So
this is,
it was just a little something I made for you. Ladies and
gentlemen, let's applaud the effort if nothing else for crying out loud. Can I actually keep this?
This is all for you.
Yeah, I got a list of guests who will be using this in the upcoming weeks. Just keep it tuned
here.
You know,
I'm just trying to spread my little bit of heaven wherever I go.
You have they said amidst all the things that you collect that you're a huge fan of and I thought this is a bit odd, Ernest Borgnine.
Absolutely. I think I worship Ernest Borgnine the same way that John Hinckley adores Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
I love Ernest Borgnine. And actually, I won the Ernest Borgnine look-alike contest. My best friend and I got dressed up as the two-headed transsexual Ernest Borgnine. So you get two girls, a little drunk on tequila, stand on top of a bar, doing the Ernest Borgnine, his soliloquy from Marty. I'm ugly, Ma. I'm a short, fat, ugly, two-headed man, Ma. And we're dressed up like Ernest Borgnine from McHale's Navy, and we wound up winning, which was like just the thrill of a lifetime winning
Right.
the Ernest Borgnine lookalike competition.
Sure.
And then the next morning I get a call, and it's People magazine saying, oh, you know, we voted you one of like the 25 raddest girls in the world. And I said, well, isn't that wonderful? I just won the Ernest Borgnine lookalike contest. Ernest Borgnine could technically be considered one of the 50 most beautiful women in the world.
He's got beautiful eyebrows, as
He
far
does,
as I'm
God
concerned.
bless him. I do, and we write to each other, you know.
They tell me now, look at this. You know what this product is here?
I absolutely
Look at this. This is Charlie. This is Charlie. Is this true, the second largest selling fragrance in the United States?
Mm-hmm.
And you're actually their spokesmodel now.
Yes,
now,
I
what
am.
does one do to become the Charlie girl?
Well, what they do is Revlon, they have a cage match. And then 2 models go in, 1 gets out, and the one that gets out gets the contract.
You beat the hell out of some woman and you got the
It
job.
wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
You know, I had to kick Anna Nicole Smith's butt, but I got the contract.
Do you actually use it?
Yes, I do. Actually, I am the human crop sprayer of Charlie. Actually, one of the things I invented...
Are you wearing it right now?
Yes, I am.
Can I? No, that won't be necessary.
What's funny, do you remember Charlie, like, the first Charlie girl was this model, Shelley Hack?
Mm-hmm.
And now they got a real hack.
Yeah.
So they stayed in the Hack family, they're all right.
Are you actually what does one do when they're the Charlie in case it ever happens? What do you do if you're the Charlie girl?
Well, you represent the Revlon cosmetics line and
Right.
fragrance line.
You tour
And-
around a little bit?
Yeah, you know, you'll see me. I'm my big ugly mug's plastered in every drugstore across the country.
Right,
and
right.
But it's really great. What I love working about Revlon is they're really very supportive on women's issues and, you know, contributed almost $14 million to women's breast cancer research just this year.
We have to do a quick break. I want to hear about Michael Moore's TV Nation that you're working on. Can I smell you one more time before?
Come on, baby.
We'll be right back after this.
Are uplifting women on 45th Street. We're liberating you from long lines for the restroom. Are you enjoying the theater this afternoon?
Yes, but I couldn't get to the bathroom. It was all the way like 3 floors down, a whole flight. So I'm walking around going, where's there a bathroom? And you guys showed up. This is magnificent. It's the best idea. I love it. But you have to get out of my way so I can get into the bathroom.
Look at this. Karen Duffy sitting right here. And I won't be using the Danger High Voltage seat tonight, I might add. That's a little clip there from Michael Moore's TV Nation. What a nice guy he is. He's been on the show a
he's
couple
great.
of times. This is a show that's going to go around the country and sort of look at various strange, idiosyncratic things about this great nation of ours, correct?
Yes, actually, we're a joint production with the BBC, so we don't just go in America, we're all over the world.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Now, how did you get mixed up with Michael Moore? How did this come about, you getting the gig here?
Well, what happened was Michael Moore did a great film, I don't know if you guys know, it's called Roger and Me. It's like
Yeah,
the
oh
most
yeah.
brilliant
Roger,
documentary
sure.
ever made. And I just loved that film, and I understood that he was doing a television show, so I was able to weasel my way into a screening.
Mhm.
And I just saw it, and my friend said I was just staring at Michael like he was the last firecracker on the 4th of July. I was just like, I just loved the show and just loved what he was doing. He's such an inspiring man, and he and his wife are really a great team. And they, I wrote them a letter. I just said, thank you for making a show that I would love to watch, and I sent it to Michael and to the head of NBC.
You kissed a little butt.
I
didn't you?
did. And I said, you like the show so much? And so pitched a bunch of ideas, and it's the best job I've ever had. It is so much fun.
Yeah, what were we just watching?
What
There
we
was,
were just
seems like a
watching-
porta potty or something
Yes,
happening.
it's called the Johns of Justice.
Uh-huh.
And what it is, I'm sure you've noticed this.
Oh, I spent a lot of time in the porta potty, absolutely.
Well, it's not about the porta potty. It's about how women have to wait on long lines for the latrine. Like at the movie theater or, you know, at a bar, at a nightclub. I'm sure men breeze in and out, but women have to wait.
Mhm.
And they've done studies that it takes women twice as long to use a facility as it does men. And the building codes say there has to be equal facilities. But because of anatomy and because of fashion, it takes women twice as long. So actually there should be
And
twice
none of
as many.
that's time spent in front of the mirror either. That's
No,
just, oh,
it's,
I'm
no,
kidding
no.
with
Most
you.
people think that. It's not all primping. It truly is. They've done these tests. So what we did was we took a big 18-wheeler and put on 6 sanitary facilities for women and then drove around country dating online and liberated them from along the tree line. And it was interesting. I mean, it's
Did
really...
they actually use it, or
Absolutely.
did they run in horror? Or what,
No,
what
no,
was
no. It was so embraced
Yes.
by the women of America.
What are some of the ideas that you were that were rejected? Anything that you pitched that just was not going to be done on this show? Thank you very much, Duff. Have a
Pretty
good
much
day.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's an island in the South Pacific called Tana where the islanders worship Americans. They think of the Americans as deities, and there's a
That's
group...
kind of a...
I thought that was interesting. It's a cargo cult, and they understood that President Johnson was a former president of ours, and they worship Johnson outboard motors. And I think there's self-help, like everyone's doing the whole 12-stepping their way through life, and there are now wealth therapists.
Yeah.
Like say if you hit the jackpot wad in the lottery, there's this whole association of wealth therapists that try and help you deal with your newfound wealth.
Huh. Well,
So
keep
it's
pitching. Hey,
keep
that's all I
pitching,
can
I know.
say, huh?
There's some great things coming up. Actually, I'm
The-
leaving tomorrow to do a frat party in a mortuary college.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Have you found this experience better than doing the film? Because I know you've done some films. You were in Dumb and Dumber, obviously, not too long ago. About the same?
No, I really love working. I really love working on television because it's immediate, and for me, it's really important to have a good life more than a good career, as you can see. And so I've been having a great time. I really love living in New York, and I love having the things that I do every day. I love seeing my family, and I'm involved in a couple of groups, and I think that's really important. And when you're on a film, you're really taken away from all that. And I think one of the things that I am so happy about is I just hit the ground running because I had a good life. And
You keep in touch with that Jim Carrey guy? He seems to be doing pretty well these days.
Yeah, he's doing great.
What was that like? Yeah, I understand did he get sick or something?
Yeah,
while you
working
were
with Jim
shooting?
Carrey, I gave myself stigmata because I had to squeeze my fingernails into my palm so hard to not laugh that I just eventually gave myself cuts. He's really an exquisite gentleman, really funny. And he did get sick actually on Dumb and Dumber, and everyone just thought he was gold bricking, because he's always flopping around on the floor. And turns out that he actually
What
was...
does gold bricking mean?
Gold bricking is where you pretend that you're sick.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so it turned out that he actually had a gallbladder attack, and he had to get his gallbladder removed. So the producer's like, don't come in, we're going to be on hold for a couple days. Jim's really sick, he's in the hospital. He's going under the knife for his gallbladder. I'm like, bingo, gallstones. I could get a celebrity gallstone. So I'm like, listen, get Jim on the phone. I was like, I want that gallstone, buddy, and don't say no. And
Pretty big market for those,
well,
isn't
I
there?
figured, I think there could be a market.
Sort of like a precious gem of sorts, right?
He was like the human oyster. and actually, it was rather beautiful, and he did give it to his girlfriend, and she kind of deserved it.
Oh,
so, I don't know,
Lauren Holly,
yeah,
right?
but I was hoping I wanted to make a nice necklace for her. That was
We
the whole thing.
stick to the corn dogs. We have to do a break. We'll be back right after this.
Earn yourself a seat at the head table, pal. We already got the tuxes.
Well, again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, we don't have a lot of time. You worked at MTV, obviously. Do you miss that at all?
A day away from MTV is like a month in the country.
Really?
So I loved working there, but...
You didn't care for it too much.
No, I did. I had a great time.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a saying at MTV, it's like working at MTV is like dating a major babe who treats you like hell.
Really?
It's like, look, I'm working on MTV, but then you're kind of working on MTV.
Who are you dating?
All of a sudden, I got a cat's tongue.
No. Who are you don't like to talk about your love life, huh?
Well, you know what? I have this theory that, I like to quote Mrs. Tom Jones.
Uh-huh.
Tom Jones, major babe, shaking his keister all over. All the women love him, throwing the underwear. Do you hear a word about Mrs. Tom Jones? Nope.
Yeah.
I think that's the secret to a good relationship.
I don't know what that means, but
well, no,
I'm with you.
Her job, I'm dating a really sexy, amazingly, unspeakably handsome singer.
Yeah.
If I go barking about him all the time, all the chicks who love him are going to think,
Let's do a little hit or miss here from your days at MTV. I'll play a couple of bits of video here with our little time that we have left. You tell me if this... Boy, that's a nice hair look I have happening there, isn't it? So what are you doing after the show? I'll mention the name of the video, and then and you tell me whether this is a hit or miss, potentially.
Okay.
Here it is. Tripping Daisy, I Got a Girl. You know it. Here it is. There it is.
Whoa.
I got a girl I
What do you say on this?
It's new.
That's a new one. You have no idea what that is, or you've never seen it before, and you have no idea what that video footage is all about.
I must admit, I haven't paid my cable bill. So.
Chris Isaac, Somebody's Crying. Have you seen this one? This is probably something you've caught.
Yeah, no.
In your opinion, give me your thoughts. Chris Isaac.
Major babe. And I don't know, he's got a great voice and real sex appeal.
That's a hit, in other words. Pat Davis, The Pine Room Presents. I don't know.
The moon look lonesome.
Is that it? Okay, we gotta go to a commercial, right? Oh, thank goodness. Can we go to a commercial?
Yeah,
and then
please.
we'll come back, and then we have to say goodnight. We're talking with Karen Duffy, ladies and gentlemen, back after this.
Does your eyes feel lonesome when your baby backs off to leave?
Oh, gosh. We're back. That's going to do it for us, folks. I want to thank you all for coming down here to our little Stage 5 Enterprise here with me, Greg Kinnear. You are Karen Duffy. Did you know that?
Absolutely.
Thank you. It was a pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you. Will you come and see us again?
I would love to.
Good luck with everything, and I hope it all goes well for you, and I look forward